Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Week one, we're trying to get everything situated on our ends. Again, I apologize, but we are going to move on straight into the Monday Night Football games. We have two of them. Steven, what do we got?
We have Eagles Falcons is the early game, 7:10. Wish it would be a little earlier. I mean, us East Coast people that have to get up and go to work on Tuesday morning don't like that 10 o'clock second start, but hey, whatever. NFL, you do you. Um, I don't like the Falcons. I don't know what happened to the Falcons. They were a perennial playoff team 3 years ago, and they just went immediately to dumpster fire. Not sure how they managed that. Julio Jones, one of the best receivers in the league. Their running back's kind of a turntable. I like Matt Ryan in the regular season. He's never really won in the playoffs, but we're not into the playoffs yet. I like Chip Kelly, though. I did not think his system would work in the NFL. I do not think Sam Bradford is his quarterback to get the system working because of his injury problems. But I think his receivers and running backs are good enough to make up for it. I do not think DeMarco Murray has a season like he did last year. I think a lot of that was the offensive line, and I think people are going to find that out fairly quickly this season. I do like the Eagles, though. I like them overall. I think they have more options. And until I find out what in the water down there in Atlanta caused them to just be terrible, I just cannot pick the Falcons. So I'm going to have to go Eagles, even though they are on the road.
I'm right there with you. I think it's a lot on for him. I really, really like Kiko Alonso coming over from Buffalo. You go in, Shady leaves to Buffalo for Kiko, and then you go ahead and add DeMarco Murray and Ryan Matthews, and you still have Sproles. I think putting those guys at a rotation at running back is going to be really nice for Chip Kelly's offense. Like you said, Bradford is a question mark. If he stays healthy, can he do something good? Maybe, but that's a big if because he gets hurt all the time. So we'll see about that. But I'm there with you. The Falcons roster consists of Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, and who else? So I got Eagles.
I agree. That running back core for Philadelphia is they're really strong. You got DeMarco Murray. I'm pretty sure he led the league in rushing yards last year. You got Darren Sproles. I'm not a huge fan of Bradford. Mark Sanchez, I don't see him staying in the league, especially if he does any more butt fumbles. A guy that I do want to talk about, though, is Stephen Morris. Now, he is a former Jaguar, third-string Jaguar. I think he is a upcoming star. Watching him a little bit, he is very poised in the pocket. He's got a little bit of playing time. I'd like to see him get a little bit more. I'd like to see what he could do with, a first-string offense. Like I said, I think he's an upcoming guy, and I think that would be the offense for him. We'll see as the year goes on. We never know. You always know how that is, the injury. I think Sam Bradford will probably play maybe 2 games this season. He'll be out for 2 or 3, and his ordeal. And then they'll keep Mark Sanchez in there for a quarter, and then they'll be like, yeah, this dude's a joke. And then they'll finally put Stephen Morris in to get some playing time. So this one I'm going to have Philadelphia. I really like Philadelphia, and I just can't get over their running back core. I think that they got a really good thing going on there.
Yeah, and I mean it's a sweep here on Sports Break. Philly over the Falcons. So we take it to the last Monday Night Football game. What do we got?
Vikings and 49ers.
Okay, so let's go ahead. 49ers had one of the worst off seasons of any team I've ever seen in my life. I've been watching football for a long time, but retirements, people just leaving, it's the 49ers, I don't know what they're going to do. I like Carlos Hyde a lot. That might be he's the guy who got, being with a woman who's from Ohio and is an Ohio State fan, I kind of got into that. And Carlos Hyde is one of the guys I really liked in college, and I think he has a lot of potential in the NFL. I just everything else around the 49ers is terrible. And on the flip side, you go to the Vikings, it just looks bright over there. They made all the right moves. They're doing all the right things, and AP coming back. A lot of people are sleeping on him for some reason, but I think AP is going to still do his thing. And I definitely got the Vikings in this game.
I gotta agree. All they have to do, well, I got 2 words for San Francisco, and that is Blaine Gabbert. If you sink as low to have Blaine Gabbert as your second string quarterback, you're doomed to fail in the NFL season. That's all I have.
It's kind of a cop-out on my end of this for a pick. Losing a coach, losing everything the 49ers had, defensively and offensively. I like what I've seen from Teddy Bridgewater. I think I would go as far as to say it is a runaway if Adrian Peterson plays. But I haven't heard anything decisive enough with all the infighting between Peterson and the organization to know whether he's playing or not, or if they'll even use him. I know he's ready to go, but that was a pretty tough offseason of finger pointing and blame gaming. If he plays, I think they win. I think they run away with it. If he does not play, I would give the advantage to the 49ers. Sophomore slump. I mean, some of that stuff, it's there because it's real. You just very rarely see people go out and have good seasons their rookie year and then do the same thing their second year. It was not a standout year for Teddy Bridgewater, but I think he caught a lot of people by surprise. He played a lot better, certainly, than I thought he would play for his first year. There's not enough for me to make a definitive pick. If Adrian Peterson plays, I am a firm believer and lover of Adrian Peterson. As much as I hate Oklahoma football, he is a monster. He is by far the best running back to come out of a draft in a long time. I don't think anybody can argue that. If he plays, they win going away with it. If he doesn't play, 49ers win a close one.
I will go ahead and tell you, the AP is playing. He had a quote, I think today or yesterday, saying he's just going to take a deep breath and roll with it. So he obviously the bitterness is still there, but AP will be in the game.
Then I would definitely go with running away with it because I think a year off, he doesn't have those extra carries and hits on his body against a defense that was not as good as they were when Harbaugh was there. I think Adrian Peterson, I think you're right, people sleeping on him. I don't know how you sleep on a back that almost set the record for rush yards in a single season, but people are doing it. I think he's going to go, and with a mobile quarterback like they have, it's just going to be dangerous. I like what they're doing. I like the moves they're making. I think getting Mike Wallace might have been a stretch. He's a deep threat guy. I don't think Bridgewater's got a cannon for an arm. But if Peterson's your running back, you really only need an okay passing game anyway. So if he's playing, then I'm going to go ahead and say Vikings all the way. I think they run away with it.
Yeah, and I think that's it for the picks. I think we are good to go on that. So this was an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes with our good old technical difficulties all around. But I think it was I think it's a solid show. I think everything kind of came together, and we're definitely going to continue doing this, and hopefully we can work out the kinks. Any last thoughts you guys want to give?
No, thanks for joining us. We will see you again next Saturday. Do the same thing that we did this week, break down, and this next Saturday we'll actually recap from this last week, or this, I guess, this upcoming week. So that's the only thing we didn't do today was recap from Thursday's game, but that's okay because nobody wants to hear about the Patriots anyway. So, but I think I'm excited for this tomorrow to start. Tomorrow is officially, in my eyes, the start of the season.
Starts first full weekend of real football this weekend with college and pro. So it's been a good weekend. I hope everyone's enjoyed it, and we will be back next week around the same time, hopefully with better equipment. But who knows? You got to deal with what you got to deal with, I guess. So we'll see what happens. See if we can't get a little better connection and whatnot going on. But everyone, have some fun. Losing your voice for the first time this year. Kick off of a new season. Hating every decision your team has or has not made for the next 4 to 5 months of your life, because that's I think is about we're all about to be here for the next several months.
It's great. It's great to have football back. Off seasons are always take too dang long, so it's really nice to be able to say, hey, every Sunday for the next few months is going to be football Sunday. So I think we all can agree it's going to be a great time. I'm excited for a lot of these games. Excited to see what our individual teams. You never know what you're going to get, so we're going to be able to see all that. So hopefully we can get Harold over here on the broadcast next time.
We'll have to try to get a hold of him.
Yeah, and
every Sunday for the rest of this year, the rest of 2015, every Sunday you will watch football.
And that's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
Well, here at Sports Break, I'm Nick Colonna.
Ken Logan.
Stephen Logan.
And we will see you guys next week. Have a great Sunday.